Hey, we're back for more Final Fantasy number 1 on May 18th, 2016.
Now, one thing I want to know, you said you wanted to play the whole series.
Let's try to.
Okay.
So we want to know.
You disappeared into the woods.
Yes. Ran and got attacked by 2 wolves. What's that? What is it called? Is it called random battles or something?
Yeah, random battles. Random encounters.
And then it's timed battles or
No, that's turn-based.
turn-based.
Time battles were not introduced. I think not... Hang on. I'm not sure when time battles were introduced. Either Final Fantasy 4, 5, or 6. No later than 6. By the way, did you know that Final Fantasy 3, the original version on NES, was never the original 2D version of Final Fantasy 3 has never been localized?
No, I didn't know that.
It has never been localized. Because, well, Final Fantasies 2 and 5 were not localized either. But eventually they came to the States on the PS1. 2 was included in the Final Fantasy Origins pack that also had Final Fantasy 1. And then 5 was included in the Final Fantasy Anthology pack that also came with 6. But then there was the Final Fantasy Chronicles pack that had Final Fantasy 4, but instead of including 3, for some reason they put Chrono Trigger. I mean, I'm sure people would argue Chrono Trigger is the better game, and it probably is, but I haven't played Chrono Trigger, so I couldn't say. But for some strange reason, the original 2D version of Final Fantasy 3 has never come to the States. Eventually, the game itself did come to the States in the form of 3D remake on the DS. But literally all re-releases of Final Fantasy 3 have been of the 3D version on the iPhone, the PC, the PSP, all that.
Okay.
So, you know Final Fantasy 4 also got a 3D remake on the DS, but unlike 3, that one's never been re-released. And generally when 4 gets re-released, it's always the 2D version.
And 4 is what we call 2 in the States for a long time, right?
Yeah, when 4 got released on the Super Nintendo, it was called 2 because they skipped over 2 and 3. And then when they skipped over 5, they originally called 6 3. But then when 7 came out, they just kept the title as 7. That confused a lot of people. And then eventually Square made up by releasing the real 2 and 5 in the States. And then they also re-released 4 and 6 under their real names as well. But meanwhile, they're like, sorry, for some reason, we don't feel like bringing 3 to you.
Or 2 or 5.
They did bring 2 and 5, but...
Eventually.
Yeah, but they never bought 3.
Really?
Yeah. The only way 3 made it to the States was in the 3D remake. The original 2D version has never been released in the States. Ever. Sure, Square has a big habit of re-releasing the first 10 Final Fantasies for some reason. But anytime they release 3, it's always the 3D remake.
Gotta heal. Waiting. Heal. It's like there. He's the most healing power.
Actually, I was just thinking of something. Have you ever seen the Nostalgia Greg's Teddy Ruxpin video?
Oh yeah, where he's like tries to kill him.
Yeah.
Here he comes, the first boss of the game. Or apparently not, since random battles right in this, or random battles right there first.
Yeah. Have you played all the Final Fantasies or no? Well, I think you answered that. You only played this one and 7
And 11.
and 12, part of it.
Yeah.
I was about to ask you what was your least favorite. For a lot of people, it's out of the classic games, it's probably 2. Because 2 does not have a standard leveling up system. From what I hear, the way it works in 2 is you get a weapon, and then basically somehow the more you fight with that weapon, the better you get at using it, and that's what gives you stat increases or something. It's like kind of confusing. I don't know how it would work, but
I actually used the cabin, because that's a thing, because I was almost dead, so you really don't want to face the boss with 1 hit point.
nope.
No one touches my princess, light warriors. You're impotent fools.
That's what Garland looks like.
Yes, Garland will knock you down. I'll knock you all down.
I wonder if there were translation changes because of Nintendo's policies.
What says in different the original?
It sounds like censorship was placed on that. I haven't played the game in a while, so I don't know, but
Apparently, there's a ghost in the temple.
there was a ghost in the temple. Coming through.
Luckily for me, he can't hit very hard.
You killed him?
Yep.
Good.
Key.
Keyblade?
So you're the light warriors. Thank you. Apparently, it's the power to transport us back to the castle.
Wow.
This loot has been passed down from Queen the Princess for 2,000 years. Garland stole it when he kidnapped me. Please accept it as my gift. It may just come in handy someday.
Oh, so a family heirloom for 2,000 years is they're just going to give the people you just met because they saved you.
Thank you for saving the princess. To aid your request, I ordered a bridge built to the continent. Now go and make the orb shine again.
Orbs.
Yes. We have 4 orbs, the power of earth, fire, water, and wind. Right. Let's cross the bridge. If I can get up there. There's the new bridge. The island is not connected to the rest of the thing. And so the journey begins. And the game officially begins now. What awaits
Final Fantasy TM.
what awaits the four, they do not know. Each holding an orb that 2,000 years ago shined with beauty from within, but now only darkness. Come, start your journey, return the light of peace to our world.
I was about to do the prayer from the first Spider-Man movie.
Okay.
Like, you remember how Aunt May's just doing a prayer, and then the Green Goblin just blows open a window, and then he like demands her to finish the prayer.
So yeah.
Like one of those silly moments from the movie.
But with that, we'll call it a day, and we'll see you next time as we go to the next town. See ya.